हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वार्म वेलकम टू आस्क असलम। और इस प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत करते हैं हर हफ्ते की तरह अपने न्यूज़ से। सो देयर आर सम एक्साइटिंग न्यूज़ कमिंग इन फ्रॉम डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड एंड स्पेशली फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर वेरी कीन टू बिकम अ डॉक्टर। नाउ वी हैव गॉट द न्यूज़ कमिंग इन फ्रॉम रशिया। रशिया हैज कंडक्टेड, रशियन जो उनका कल्चरल फेडरेशन है यहाँ पे इंडिया में, दे हैव ऑर्गेनाइज्ड द एजुकेशन फेयर अक्रॉस 10 डिफरेंट सिटीज एंड काफ़ी यूनिवर्सिटीज रशिया से आई थी जिन्होंने काफ़ी अवेयरनेस कैंपेन किए इंडिया में। खासकर स्टूडेंट्स को मिले जो लोग डॉक्टर बनने की तमन्ना रखते हैं और उनको पता है कि इन इंडिया वी हैव गॉट लेस देन 20,000 सीट्स एंड फॉर विच 12 लाख स्टूडेंट्स आर मेकिंग एन एप्लीकेशन एवरी ईयर थ्रू नीट। और फिर वही नहीं, अगर आप प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटी की भी सीट्स मिला लो अराउंड 20 to 30,000, तो 40 to 50,000 सीट्स के लिए 12 लाख एप्लीकेशन है। सो एवरी ईयर वी नो दैट 11.5 lakhs और मोर स्टूडेंट्स आर अवेलेबल टू गो आउट for the management quota to get settled with some universities or colleges in India, which may not be that great in terms of quality, or they could be very expensive. And expensive means यहाँ बॉम्बे में हमारे ऐसे प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस हैं जहाँ पे एमबीबीएस की फीस कुछ अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 1 CR to 1.5 CR तक जाती है कंप्लीट पैकेज। तो रशियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम ने काफ़ी प्रमोशंस किया जिससे उन्होंने अपने प्रोग्राम्स को प्रमोट किया, और उनके खास जो यूएसपी थे जो अभी आपके सामने रखना चाहता हूँ कि 2022 में इंडिया से 19,000 के करीब स्टूडेंट्स पढ़ने गए थे, जो 2023 में 23,000 हुए, एंड 2024 में 31,500 स्टूडेंट्स वेंट फ्रॉम इंडिया टू स्टडी एमबीबीएस डिग्री टू बिकम अ डॉक्टर थ्रू एंड फ्रॉम Russia. Now, this says that a continuous growth of the students' numbers going to Russia for this particular degree, and Russia has been known for last over 2 decades in the world for bringing the best out of the MBBS degree. Now, what are the advantages? Why people so much get attracted towards Russia? Well, there are a few points I will just read out for you and explain. Number one is there is no cap for admission number of seats. So if you walk into any Russian university for your MBBS degree, there is no cap for the maximum admission seats because they have got thousands of seats available, especially for international students, and hence you really enjoy your space to get the admissions quite easily as कंपेयर टू इंडिया जहाँ पे आपके पास हमेशा कैप होता है और आप नहीं क्वालिफाई कर पाते, इसलिए कंपटीशन ज़्यादा होता है। सेकेंड इज द अफोर्डेबिलिटी। इंडिया में हमारे यहाँ जहाँ प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस में फीस 50 लाख से लेके 1.5 CR के बीच में होती है, वहीं रशिया में ये जो एमबीबीएस की फीस है कंप्लीट पैकेज, ये मैं अभी सिर्फ ट्यूशन फीस बता रहा था इंडिया में, बट रशिया में कंप्लीट जो पैकेज है वो 25 लाख से लेके 30 लाख, उसमें आपके ट्यूशन, फूड, अकोमोडेशन, the excursions, all expenses, your material, books, uniform, everything would be inclusive, and hence it makes a lot of sense to go to Russia and study for such a reasonable price. Next is NEET qualification. So if you qualify for NEET with your minimum marks here in India, that is enough. You do not have to prove your high marks in Russia to get the admissions. Your NEET marks are not making your decisions to get into Russia. Then English medium is the medium of instruction for you. So you learn everything in the English language. You don't have to necessarily learn the Russian language from the education point of view. Yes, as an advisor, I advise the students that you pick up this language, which will help you to live smartly and get connected with the locals very easily, make some good friends in the local community. For that, you may require a language, but for in English is enough if you would like to learn MBBS degree. Next is the supportive infrastructure and global recognition. So most of the Russian universities are among the top 1,000, top 500 in the world, जहाँ पे हमारी Indian university कोई qualify नहीं कर पाती, private university. So that's an advantage that you're stepping into at a price of 25 to 30 lakhs in a university which ranks among top 500, top 1,000 in the world. So high quality of education, but a very, very reasonable price. And it is also been accepted here in India when you come back with the Russian education system. So that's all about Russia. Let's now move on to UK. एक बहुत अच्छी न्यूज़ आई है। एक्चुअली ये होता है कि जब स्टूडेंट्स अकाउंटेंसी कोर्स के लिए जाते हैं तो दे आर यूजुअली कंफ्यूज, शुड दे गो फॉर अ बैचलर डिग्री इन अकाउंट्स और शुड दे गो फॉर अ प्रोफेशनल कोर्स। जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे सीए है, वहाँ पे एसीसीए बोलते हैं, एसोसिएशन ऑफ चार्टर्ड सर्टिफाइड अकाउंटेंट्स, एसीसीए। तो इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट कि आप एसीसी की तैयारी करो, उसके पेपर्स दो, उसके कुछ करीब 16 के करीब पेपर्स होते हैं, या आप बैचलर डिग्री करो अकाउंटेंसी में। नाउ व्हाट यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ आर्ट्स लंदन has tied up with ACCA organization, and they have proposed a BSc honors course for the professional accountancy program, and this combines best of both the worlds. So you get the BSc honors degree, also it combines with the ACCA professional modules so that you can take up the ACCA exams also. and they offer the flexible learning options. So they offer the complete online learning or the hybrid model which you can go for. And of course, we all know that as our CA degree is recognized, the ACCA is world recognized. So global recognition you get through the University of London through their this BSc program combined with ACCA degree. So that's again, I believe that's a good time. The application is going to open in this December 2025. So those of you who are interested may want to go and apply. अनदर न्यूज़ कमिंग फ्रॉम यूएसए. अभी यूएसए से जब भी कभी न्यूज़ आती है तो बहुत डर जाते हैं आजकल, बिकॉज ऐसी कोई खास न्यूज़ नहीं आ रही है, बहुत पॉजिटिव नहीं आ रही है. बट ठीक है, एनडीटीवी की भी एक न्यूज़ थी कि ठीक है, आई मीन दिस कंफ्यूजन एंड दिस हार्श मेजर्स टेकन बाय द ट्रम्प एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन फॉर इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स इंक्लूडिंग इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स के ये नहीं करेंगे. अभी अपॉइंटमेंट्स उन्होंने रोक रखा है कुछ दिनों के लिए, वीज़ा अपॉइंटमेंट्स की बात कर रहे हैं. स्टिल the report suggested that there is still a better chance for the Indian students to go to US because US has registered 23% increase in number of applications from India as compared to the last year. So the numbers which I'm seeing here on my screen is 3,31,000 from India as the Indian students going in 2023-24, which is 23% higher than the previous year. That still speaks a volume about the US education system, the brand US, the high quality institute and the degree what they offer, the major minor combination which you enjoy, which is very rare to see in the rest of the world, etc., etc. So yes, they said, the report suggests that if you are a student you can still apply. So make an application to the university. The visa जो interviews इन्होंने बंद कर रखे, which is likely to get open. It's an inside news. There is no further official confirmation, but it's an inside news that within a month's time we'll be able to see that the visa interviews will be resumed for the international students, including the Indian students, and hence you'll be able to apply. So you will be able to apply for the visa. So you don't want to waste your time now. Make an application to the university, get the offer letters or I-20, so that by the time visa interviews are open for the students, you can take the advantage and apply for the visa. So preparation is the key. Prepare well in advance with the hope that everything would falls into its place and would be normal. Another news coming from no, there's no news. Whether rather I have got the questions. So let's take the question answer sessions and straight away jump onto the first question, which is very practical questions. That can international students join local startups to get work experience? Well, स्टार्टअप्स का काफ़ी क्रेज़ है इंडिया में, अब्रॉड में हम देख रहे हैं. काफ़ी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ जो है वो भी स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर्स स्टैब्लिश कर रही हैं, कर चुकी हैं ऑलरेडी आफ्टर मेनी ईयर्स. आई मीन I remember around 7-8 years ago when I was in Ireland. That time एक university college Cork, जो Cork city में है, which is around 3.5 hours from Dublin, which is the capital of Ireland. So UCC had introduced the incubation and startup support system 7 years back. आजकल तो माशाल्लाह हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि काफ़ी इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर्स है, स्टार्टअप्स हो रहे हैं, इन्वेस्टर्स आ रहे हैं यूनिवर्सिटी में से. दे डोंट हैव टू गो समवेयर एल्स, एंड यूनिवर्सिटीज आर प्रिपेयरिंग स्टूडेंट्स that how to make your education to get onto the entrepreneur journey. And if you have got a good idea, they have got the mentors on the campus and they support you to come out with a practical approach, practical way out to put that idea into practice and make a business model out of it. So yes, you as an international student, number one, not only can apply for a job in startups in abroad when you are there and completing your study, but also you can get a part-time job offered by startup, because startups has got always a limited funding and limited budget, and they would want to have the people working from home, working from their respective institute while studying, and can help them into a respective task. Not only that, you can also apply for startup funding, which is now most of the universities are making it available for you. So what happens that if you select a course and if you have got the friends coming together and got the idea, university will provide you a mentor. That mentor will guide you how to make that idea a viable, feasible business model. Then you got to go through the different processes, like you have to evaluate that business model, you have to make a business evaluation report, then you need to make your pitch deck, you need to make a business plan, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, and then you prepare your pitch for the investor. Maybe some investor may ask you for executive summary before that, so that a one-page summary which you need to send to get the attention of the investor if they are interested to invest into this kind of business before even they listen to your pitch. So there are lots of steps which university would help you, and that would prepare you to take your next entrepreneurial journey into the field of startup. So yes, you can work or you can start your own startup with the university help. Next question is, How do I manage my time to relax and stay healthy while studying and working together? Well, health is wealth, we all know. So you need to take care of your wealth. In fact, while we're taking a pre-departure session, we dedicate a good amount of time onto this particular topic, that how do you become healthy if you're not, or how do you stay healthy if you're already following the norms, even in a foreign environment. Luckily, all the universities and colleges, mostly where you're going, they would be having on-campus fitness center. Now, all these fitness centers are like a dedicated campuses within the campus. And here you would have not only the aerobics, but gymnasium, you would have sports, you can take up all these activities which are available. You just need to sign up for those activities. Some university may offer you for free of course certain activities, and they may charge you a very reasonable fee as a student, so that you take a yearly membership at the fitness center of the university, be a part of that center. Not only that, if you're really good in any particular sports or any particular game, or in any particular way of exercise, you can also compete. You can compete at local level, city level, competition at the university level, maybe at the national level, right? That reminds me one of my student, Mas Bhaiji, who went from Mumbai, and he was really fond of cricket. He used to play for Jai Hind, and then he played at a local level. But when he went to abroad through us to Hungary, he studied his bachelor degree, and then he got a chance to play for a local club, and then he played well, and then now he's been selected to play for the Hungary national cricket team as a cricketer, as a batsman, as a wicketkeeper. He's a like a Dhoni of Hungary cricket team. So you can also get that kind of chance. So yes, these kind of facilities and the opportunities are available for the students to grab for. Next question is, do I need to pay any kind of tax on income I earn in foreign country? Well, yes. As a student, you are supposed to pay the tax when you're making earning for yourself, and then I have got some figures which I'll share with you quickly as an example. Like for example, in USA, the tax collection is the principal responsibility of the federal and state income tax department of US, wherein the federal tax range is between 10% to 12% for students. There is no social security or medical if you are required if you are on a F1 visa. In case of UK, the income tax would be a little higher. It's around 20% annually, and 20% plus you have to contribute towards your national insurance scheme. So these are the two major expenses you have to account out of your salaries in UK. Canada also collect the tax through the federal state system, and their tax rate is around 15% of your annual income. एंड इट्स ऑल्सो डिफर प्रोविंस बाय प्रोविंस, यानी हम जैसे यहाँ स्टेट बोलते हैं, कनाडा में प्रोविंस बोलते हैं स्टेट को. तो कुछ प्रोविंस में ऐसा है जहाँ पे टैक्स जो रेट है बहुत कम है. इट कुड बी एज लो एज 5% to 10%. सो ये बेसिकली वो स्टेट होते हैं जहाँ आबादी बहुत कम है, पॉपुलेशन इज वेरी लेस, एंड दे वुड वांट पीपल टू कम एंड स्टे इन देयर स्टेट so that the population would rise and they get support and the professionals to support them into their industry. Similarly, Ireland has got the 20% tax regime for the annual income up to 42,000 euro, and उसके ऊपर फिर उनके अलग से norms होते हैं, 4% extra charge होता है. So Ireland का ये है. France, well, up to $10,000 euro if you earn, there is 0% tax, but beyond that, then you have to pay 11% tax, which France has got. So this is the example. So you see that anywhere between 10% to 20% is an average of the income tax which you pay, and could be lesser if you earn less, or if you are staying in a particular state. So that's how the tax regime works. And let's take the last question for the day. How difficult it is to get a job if I don't know the local language? Well, this question may arise in a country where you're going, where the English is not the only language to spoken, or English is not the official language spoken. So for example, if you go to countries like Germany, France, Switzerland, maybe Hungary, also Malaysia, where the Malay is spoken as a first language. Dubai, I mean UAE as a country, it's a widely spoken English speaking country. However, yeah, first official language is Arabic. So what happens in these countries are that education, like Russia, we took the first example, Russia also, as a student, when you go on a student visa, you would not face a problem because the language of instruction would be in English. So you would be actually learning in English environment. Professors would be knowing and understanding and speaking the English. They would be the international professors, so that's not a problem. The problem comes when you try to get connect with the locals. This is where the locals, though they may know English language, but they would prefer to speak in their mother tongue. जैसे आप यहाँ पे अगर मराठी में किसी से बात करो है ना, बॉम्बे में हो या पूना में हो या थोड़ा इंडीज में चले जाओ, नासिक चले जाओ, है ना, so people would prefer to speak in mother tongue like Marathi, or at least they will prefer to speak in Hindi. Similarly, आप तमिलनाडु में चले जाओ, है ना, they will prefer to speak in Tamil. So likewise, in abroad also, state-wise and country-wise, the preference would be, especially in the non-English speaking countries, the preference would be their first language, their first official language. So what we advise to students is that for education point of view, well, no need to worry. You can easily sail through your education period with the English proficiency. However, we always advise that if you're going to non-English speaking country, at least learn the basics of that language before you leave India. It could be at a level of A1. There are 3 levels: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. That's highest level. A1 is the very basic, जहाँ पे आप alphabets, numbers, time, clock, कोई चीज़ों को क्या बोलना है ना, name of the things. These are the basic things you learn, and these basic things at least can save you when you don't know the language before you enter into non-English speaking country. Then what I suggest you to do, build the habit of speaking in their local language with the local friends who you want to meet. Even though you would be initially not very comfortable, you would be afraid, you'll be shy, you'll be embarrassed that you are not speaking correctly, people may make fun of you. Don't worry about that. Just go ahead, be fearless and start speaking in their local language to these people. Because language can easily be learned through spoken and through your own hearing expertise. बिकॉज हमने हमारी जो लैंग्वेज सीखी, मैंने उर्दू सीखी, आपने हिंदी, मराठी, तमिल, मलयालम, पंजाबी, जो कुछ भी लैंग्वेज सीखी होगी, हम कोई पैदा होते स्कूल तो नहीं गए. We learn this language through while speaking and people listening to people who are speaking this language. The same way, have ears to that foreign language. Start speaking whatever you know. Start watching the news channel in foreign language. Start spending some time with the newspaper in the local language, and make friends with the locals so that you get accustomed with their local dialects and the language. If you put this much of effort, I guarantee you, within first year of your study, you will surprise yourself that how well you can at least connect with the people, with the local people, with your basic communication skills in that language. So that's the easiest way to learn any language in the world, and I would recommend you to do so. With this, I would like to conclude the session. If you have any question, you can ask me and I can try to take it into my next episode. And until then, I wish you a very good weekend. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you very much.